Welcome to another Splatoon 2 video on the channel. This is going to be another Octo expansion video. So pretty much what I have done on the channel recently is give my theories on who Agent 7 is, who Agent 8 is, the plot for the Octo expansion and the final boss. So what we'll be doing over the next 4 videos is actually talking about your ideas and your theories for those things, just because you have come up with much better theories than myself, and I really am excited to talk about your theories. First things first, I just want to quickly apologise for pronouncing all of your names wrong. I can guarantee you now that I will pronounce your names wrong just because I can't flip and pronounce names, so I must apologise about that. And the second thing before I do go into this video is that you are watching some League Battle gameplay with some of you guys who joined me the other day, and I had a blast doing that. So pretty much when you see me on Splatoon 2, you might see me in League Battle. Now you will see me go into team first and try and get a full team of 4, but if that doesn't work, if I don't have enough players, then I will quit the lobby. But don't panic, just go into the pair and then I will play with one of you guys. So that is how I will do things moving forward, and that is the same with Salmon Run. You might see me in Salmon Run as well, but let's just get on with the video. Let's get that out of the way. But yeah, I had an absolute blast playing League Battle with some of you guys the other day, and that is what you are watching in the background. So who is Agent 7? Octarian Caliph thinks it is Sheldon. Now this is going to be spoilers for the single player for Splatoon 2, so if you haven't completed the single player yet, then these are going to be spoilers, so you have been warned. So Octarian Caliph says that he does pilot the truck in Octavio's boss fight, he appears on radio in some missions, and he sells weapons from the hero mode, and he monitors your progress on the weapons in the missions. So that is why Octarian Caliph thinks that Sheldon will be Agent 7. And also, in the description for Pearl and Marina from the Squid Research Lab, it says that with help from above through wireless connection, Pearl and Marina will be helping Agent 8. Could they be talking to Sheldon? Could Sheldon be talking to them from above? And that could be the reason why that Sheldon is Agent 7. Dandere Ninja, or Dandere Ninja, I must apologise if I have pronounced your name wrong, but Dandere Ninja thinks that Sheldon is actually Agent 5, just because in hero mode he unofficially becomes a member of the Squidbeaks platoon when Marie brings him in. Agent 6 and 7 would then be Pearl and Marina respectively. That is just a thought, and yeah, I guess that could be, a reasonable explanation on who Agent 7 is, but the reason why I don't think it is Sheldon, just because I think Sheldon, if he was an agent, I think it would have been confirmed in this Splatoon 2 single player. I think he would have got an official agent number within that single player. So that is why I don't think Sheldon is either Agent 5 or Agent 7. But who knows, maybe I could be wrong. Along with Sheldon, I guess the most popular candidates for Agent 7 amongst the community are Sea Cucumber and Captain Cuttlefish. But Splat has an interesting theory surrounding the agents. So he doesn't actually think it will be Captain Cuttlefish, Sheldon or Sea Cucumber anymore, just because he thinks agents are the ones that actually fight the Octarians. So because you don't actually see Sheldon and Captain Cuttlefish fight, he doesn't think it will be those two characters. He doesn't think Agent 7 will be those two characters, and that theory definitely does check out, just because we've seen Calais and Marie both fight. And of course Agent 3 is your hero within Splatoon 1. You are Agent 3 within the single player for that game. The same with Agent 4. You are Agent 4 within the Splatoon 2 single player. Now we are guessing that Agent 6 and 7 will be Pearl and Marina, and we are guessing that they do have some sort of combat nature to them, just because in the dialogue we see them talk about, Pearl talk about her jewelries and Marina talks about her umbrella, so it does sound like that they do fight. Maybe they will fight the Octarians in the Octo expansion, and of course you will play as Agent 8. So that theory definitely does check out, and yeah, that could be a reason why it's not any of the characters that we think it is at this moment in time. It's not Sea Cucumber, it's not Sheldon, and it's not Captain Cuttlefish, for the reason that Curse Splat talked about. FK Central has a realistic theory, but it is a disappointing theory nonetheless. Who is Agent 7? Nobody. Agent 8 is a joke codename for the Octoling, and yeah, that could definitely be the case. They could have skipped Agent 7 and made the Octoling character that you play as Agent 8, just because obviously the Octoling, number 8, Agent 8, they go well together, so they could have just skipped Agent 7, and there is no Agent 7. I think this is a realistic theory, and I can definitely see this actually panning out. But it would be disappointing if Agent 7 isn't actually a character, if Agent 7 isn't actually a thing. I think it would be cool if Agent 7 wasn't skipped and there would be like a character. That Agent 7 is actually a character within Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. I definitely feel like that would be really cool if Agent 7 is real and it didn't skip Agent 7 just to make the Octoling Agent 8. Really hope that theory isn't correct, but I think it is realistic, unfortunately. I could definitely see this panning out, which I'm hoping I will be wrong. I'm hoping that Agent 7 will actually be a character. Soy Sauce's theory is that Agent 7 is Judd. That would be really funny to see, but yeah, I don't think that would happen. I think this was just meant as a joke theory, but who knows? Maybe they could make Agent 7 as like a joke agent, and it will be Judd. But yeah, I don't think this is realistic. But it is still a fun theory nonetheless. Crystallitis says, I have been speculating about this, but my own bet is Mr. Grizz. Long story. So yeah, I'm just going to read out what his theory is. Agent 5 and 6 are Pearl and Marina. I think Sea Cucumber is an ally and not Agent 7. Sheldon is more likely. See, I think Sea Cucumber will work as an ally like Sheldon, and those two characters will not get agent numbers. They'll just be allies, and that is it. But anyway, back to Crystallitis' theory. However, we see a very peculiar radio telephone pole in the trailer. It stands in the middle of the platforms and even got highlighted in the intro of being in the metro with flickering lights. Flickering lights on an object that's normally not supposed to be there suggests that the telephone is an important role to the story, and it could have made that part flicker just to put a hint in the trailer that this would be an important part of the story. This is probably a second guide to go alongside Sea Cucumber, or even a hint giver from behind the scene. The telephone is also not Sea Cucumber because they were separate on the metro. It also isn't Cuttlefish, Pearl or Marina because Cuttlefish is present while we see the telephone and Pearl and Marina communicate through another radio. So maybe because the telephone guy also helps the group, he was assigned Agent 7. Now who do we know that contacts us through telephone and is a bit shady? Mr. Grizz. And that is who Crystallitis thinks Agent 7 is. And this is definitely a plausible theory, just because like what Crystallitis says, Grizz contacts us through the telephone. And we know that Pearl Marina, they get help through wireless connection from above. Maybe that is Mr. Grizz helping Pearl Marina, who then helps us. So this is definitely a plausible theory. And I definitely think Nintendo, they would want to link all of the elements of the game. So they would want to link Salmon Run to the single player, like within the Octo expansion. So I could definitely see this actually happening. I could definitely see Mr. Grizz being Agent 7. And I think this would be really cool, just because I would love it if there was a link between Octo expansion and Salmon Run, and having Mr. Grizz as Agent 7. There wouldn't be a better connection than that, in my opinion. So I'd love to see the world of Splatoon 2 connected even more by having Agent 7 as Mr. Grizz. So yeah, I really would love this theory to be true. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. And the last theory that I will be talking about in this video is a really common theory amongst the community. And this theory comes in from GG Peggy the Pirate. I really think the male Octoling could be Agent 7, but at the same time I think Agent 7 could be hidden until you get to the final boss. So that is a theory that I have been seeing a lot in the comment section of my videos. I know a lot of you guys have been coming up with the same theory. I just couldn't really read out every single person, otherwise this video would have gone on for like 40 minutes. But yeah, maybe that is the case, and that would be really cool. I've already talked about this before, but I think it would be cool if Agent 7 turned rogue and he would be the final boss. But I'm going to talk about the final boss in a future video and talk about your theories for who you think the final boss is. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, talking about Agent 7 and your theories on who Agent 7 will be. We'll be doing the same for Agent 8, your theories on the plot, and of course your theories on the final boss. I really wanted to do this series earlier, like interacting with your ideas, but yeah, pretty much my idea was talking about your theories on a single player DLC, playable Octolings and Kylie's return. But Nintendo beat me to the punch, so yeah, this is, I'm really glad that I can actually carry on that interaction that I wanted to do within that series, within this series. And yeah, you guys, you are coming up with some really interesting theories, and it's just made me even more hyped for the Octo expansion. So I really am looking forward to recording the rest of those videos. But let me know your thoughts on all of the theories that I have talked about in the comment section below. Of course, when we do get official details, then you guys should know already that I will be, uploading videos covering that. But I just think it is really interesting to talk about our ideas and to speculate on what could happen within the Octo expansion. So yeah, really I'm looking forward to recording those videos. But that is it for this video. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and yeah, we'll see you next time.